Pisces, we are looking at 2024 as an overview. We're diving into every single month, so you might want to save this video and come back to it later in the year. Your overall energy is an energy of perseverance. It feels like an energy of, I know exactly where I want to go. I know exactly where I want to be. It's just I've taken a lot of detours, necessary detours. For some reason, the universe has put some blockages in your way over the past few years, especially in 2023. And now you're like, I'm this close. Of course, I'm not giving up. Like, underestimate me. That will be fun. You're just not doing that. And so maybe you need to have that pep talk in the mirror with yourself saying, look, hey, Pisces, you didn't come this far to only come this far. Like, shut up, let's go. Like you're really pulling yourself up from the bootstraps. You could be quite exhausted. So make sure you're nourishing yourself, but it's an energy of you really are that close. You're that close to having a whole new beginning, a whole new mindset, and it also, I want to say body set. Okay, maybe you're having a big glow up and you're like, I could give up at this point because I'm not seeing results. But it's like, maybe it's, the 13th month and then you finally see results. Everybody's body is different. So there is this energy of really feeling more confident, mind, body, and soul as a whole. Love that for you. So in January, I feel like there's a deep sense of despair. I've got to be real with you. It's actually quite clear that you may be comparing yourself to others who have already got what you've got, or it kind of comes across as like looking into you get a peek into someone else's life or someone else's existence, and you get a peek behind the curtain. Even it's like I'm looking into this person's inner sanctuary and they really are living the dream and they can't relate to me. They're not seeing me for who I am or what I have. This could be financial struggles. This could be like mental health struggles. This could be really feeling like I'm about to lose my home, or like the landlord's going to put the rent up and I'm absolutely terrified about where I'm going to go next because I don't have anywhere to go. So January is quite a challenge. There's going to be some things that you have to, I just heard give way, and it kind of came through like the earth giving way, like an earthquake kind of just snapping on one side. So for some reason, something is like falling away, and I'm sending you so much love for whatever that is. If it's a person or a place that you really held dear, it's like that was that time, you know what I mean? It was that time. In February, I feel like I hate to say this after saying that it could be a personal loss like that, but it comes across as a blessing in disguise, or at least has a silver lining to it. It's like, this is not going to go down in vain. This pain was not in vain. Okay. I think you're starting to see clearly where you're feeling called, and that has been a message that has been strongly coming across for everyone for 2024. So focus on where you actually want to go, and that's where what you have been doing is like just getting back on track after the January blip that just feels like maybe you're quite lonely. It's really calling you in the direction, and you're tearing away anything else. It's like, oh, well, that fell away. Now I know I can handle that as well. I'm tearing away everything else that must go. Okay, it must go. It must go. I just heard. Interesting. So you're being ruthless, I guess. Good for you, because in March I see that all that energy that you've put into the workload, the work ethic, all the overtime that you've put in, all the savings that you've done, all the planting of seeds emotionally with other people that you've done, there's a lot that feels like it's really starting to flourish. It's a plant that you can't kill. Like, this has got such great root systems. So it's really something that you should be proud of, because if you looked behind the curtain of someone else's life and you were, not jealous, but you were just like, God, is it that good for other people? Like, how am I ever going to get to that point? Just know that this is a plant you can't kill. This is something that is going to thrive, okay? In April, I see that you may doubt that. You may have the mindset of saying, well, I'm a little bit scared of that growth, to be completely honest. And now that I've waited so long for this and I've just become like a bit of a robot to the grind, there's a bit of self-doubt that's coming up. But I feel like you're going to let that go. You're going to let that go in May quite easily, because I feel like you get a lot of good news coming in, and it's coming in quick, whether that is chatty, flirty banter with someone else and it really cheers you up and it really gives you like a pep talk, or it gives you like someone genuinely complimenting you on very specific things that make you feel seen and heard. Okay, so whether that is work related, whether that is a friend or a family member, or whether that is love, take it how it resonates. Okay, this is just overall themes, and of course it's very nuanced for every different person. In June, I see that you've got an opportunity to go this way or that way, so you've got a choice to make. And how wonderful to have choices, right? All this good news that came with options. And so you're like, okay, I do have a favorite, I do have a direction I'd like to go in, let's see what happens next. July sees you heading out on the favored direction. It sees you perhaps moving, it sees you only taking what you need. I'm hearing that, is it trees, MGMT, or is it kids? I don't know. It's one of those songs where it's like, only take what you need. And I feel like this is I do feel like this is moving, actually. Okay. They're kind of like showing me like a barn door, or I don't know what you would call it, like a saloon door where one, like the half opens and the other half opens, and it's like, but they're kind of blowing. So it's like, which way? It's kind of fun. It's like, this is a fun house is how this comes across. And I think you're coming at it with a fun, teenage, youthful, let's call it, kind of spring in your step. You're like, I know I've got a ways to go, but this is actually progress and I feel good about it. You know, you're kind of like whistling while you work. Love that. In August, I see that this thing that you've moved away from, or any excess chaos that needed to go, you really are moving away from it, and you calm yourself down a bit. You really like mentally adjust to your new surroundings. It also feels like you no longer need to like constantly be on the phone negotiating a better deal, or constantly be justifying why you said what you said to anyone. It's those kinds of things. Just communication seems to be flowing smoother. By September, I feel like you are in a very self-loving energy, and I think that might even introduce someone to you who is very open to loving you, open to nurturing you. But I think it's coming first that you nurture yourself. So maybe even decorating the new space that you're in, that you move into in June, July. Once all the like tedious bits or the teething things are sorted out, now this could be a business location as well, are sorted out, then you're redecorating and you're giving it a good vibe. It's giving it a good sage or a good Palo Santo, and really like, you know, cleansing the energy. But I feel like you feel cleansed. So hydrate yourself in September, because I feel like that's going to reflect in, you know, you look glowy, and that makes you very attractive to loving energies. The way you love yourself is very magnetic. October, yeah, I see that you've got maybe a couple of suitors, okay? People wearing their heart on their sleeve, people taking you out on dates, maybe going to some festivals, really having a good time. This new energy, this new crowd, this new environment has done wonders for you. In November, I do see you choosing someone and someone else choosing you, whether that is solidifying an existing relationship, solidifying a best friend situationship, finding someone that feels like a soulmate. You know, you're really like, okay, I've chosen you and there's no other options in love, but now what are the options for us going together forward? So in December, I see a lot of new ideas. Oh, well, we could do this and we could do that and we could do this. It's really kind of giving a setting sail together, like a departure from that life where you felt like you were doing it all by yourself. That life where you were like, come on, Pisces, just one more step. You've got this, like push, push, push. It feels like you don't have to push anymore, because now there's a like a whole, you know, you're not in a steamboat anymore now, or in a canoe with a paddle. You're actually in a propelled boat, or the wind is behind you and you've really like picked up speed, and things are just really moving to that sunshine state of mind that I was talking about that you need throughout this year. So absolutely beautiful energy for you, Pisces. Trust your intuition as always. You've always got to turn into that, Pisces, to make good decisions, and you've always got to trust that. Balance is coming to you this year. Have faith that everything is working out. Believe in a bit of magic. Yeah, and believe in magic when it comes to love especially. There's a certain level of communion or a certain level of commitment that will come from joining forces with the right people, places, and things, especially places. Enjoy!